Looks like I'm gonna have to separate Texans-Jets this week. Another miserable day at MetLife Stadium, bogging down offense on all fronts. 11 drives in the first half, 11 punts. This is truly a spectacle, and I can't wait to torture myself with it. Or will I? My friends, that matchup was merely an appetizer. The second half resulted in the Jets pulling away to a convincing win. The real crown jewel can be found in the sands of Nevada. Here is where true magic is brewing. We know all about the Minnesota Vikings. They were proud recipients of this honor 2 weeks ago, when they joined forces with the Chicago Bears to put together a horrifically embarrassing showcase of football. 4 interceptions for the Pastronaut resulted in an ugly loss, and now they've reached must-win territory. Their opponent this time is the Las Vegas Raiders, a team drifting in the abyss after a world of abuse was laid on them. Rooting the snake out of the garden has forced a time of healing upon the organization. Mark Davis has gotten smarter and things are much more relaxed. But despite early wins against New Jersey-based teams, the franchise is stuck in their typical woes. Now on the brink of being washed away from the dance hall, this game has also become must-win in the Roomba. There is some good news delivered to us. Justin Jefferson is returning after a long absence.
Unit ready.
So the Vikings attack will be getting a needed shot in the arm. After long debate, Josh Dobbs will be given another chance to right the ship under center. On the other side, Aiden O'Connell is everything Derek Carr was, except in anything resembling talent, ability, or production. He and the Raiders get first shot at fighting stance. Oh, how the Raiders move the ball, trudging and toiling like the tortoise on the open plain. Think of the output they could have in 7.5 minutes. 27 yards. Just over 2 yards of play. Groundbreaking. It's a breakthrough compared to Minnesota. Josh Dobbs is still lost at sea for a 3 and out. Do you like punting? You're gonna see so much of it today you'll have done leg day by proxy. Drives given some semblance of hope only to die at the hands of fate itself. Or good Vikings defense, depending on who you ask. Be awfully nice if Dobby's magic came back. Anytime soon, pretty please? We're into the second quarter and we've barely hit 50 total yards by both teams. 1.75 yards per play. I want to formally apologize to Bears Vikings. I judged you too harshly. I thought that was awful offense. That was a gun show compared to what's going on here. At least they used their legs for something other than punting. Maybe their arms too. You know, I was looking forward to seeing Justin Jefferson play football. Dobbs got that fucker killed on a terrible throw. He was briefly hospitalized. The Pastronaut is officially crash landed. The parachute's burned up on re-entry. The women and children are screaming in horror. Despite Josh, Minnesota has more yards on this drive than gained in total beforehand. Too bad Dobbs is launching rockets randomly. But at least they're in field goal range.
Thanks very much, Greg Joseph, trying to get the Vikings on the board with a 49-yard field goal, and it is no good.
It was probably our only chance of points being scored in the foreseeable future. The cleats are cursed. Burn them. Burn the Raiders' offense while we're at it. Brian Flores is reading it like a vomit bag. Repeat the same formula as before. Minnesota pushing the Sisyphean rock of offense up the hill, only for it to be sacked for an 11-yard loss and be punted down the other side. The Raiders are still trying to learn how to walk. We should give them some time alone, preferably in the locker room at halftime. There has only been 166 yards on 61 plays. An explosive 2.72 yards per play, equivalent to about 1 Trent Richardson. For those of you keeping score of Dobbs at home, 3 passing yards, 1 receiver injured on a suicide route. I'd say he'd get 2 more injuries, but he threw a pass for 5 yards and was then sacked for 10. But we can see the light with movement. A huge punt return by DeAndre Carter, a glorious sight. Partially undone by a blindside block, but now they have a chance at something. Oh my goodness. Actual offense. They remembered they had Hunter Renfrow in the cupboard. Someone is in the red zone for the first time today. This is not a drill. Points are surely guaranteed now.
Now 2nd and 19. The toss out to Renfrow. Renfrow fumbles the football, bouncing around on the turf, and the Vikings recover.
Now I see why they keep Hunter Renfrow in storage. I award them no points, and may God have mercy on their souls. God have mercy on Vikings fans. How many people would they kill to get Kirk Cousins back? A couple thousand? Will they trade their punter's leg for it? Think of the offense that could occur for the Raiders. They've gotten close before and they can taste it now. Look at this incredible catch by Trey Tucker down the sideline. Don't even care if he was out of bounds. Just give him the damn reception. We're near the end of the third quarter and both teams are still averaging about 3 yards a goddamn play. We don't need another punt. We only need more inept execution. The guillotine missed the target by a few yards, just like a Josh Dobbs pass. Now stay tuned and prepare yourself for the greatest play of the game. An 83-yard punt to the end zone. A.J. Cole punted for more yards than Josh Dobbs has thrown through the air. Not even counting sacks. What did you think he did on the next drive? If you guessed the 3 and out, congratulations, you're getting a spinal tap. Yep, he's done. I don't even care that the Raiders are still raidering on the side of the road. It's time for change. Like in Harry Potter, Dobby's been killed by a Death Eater. We enter a newer, more reckless gunslinging era of Nick Mullins. He actually threw a pass accurately. We're excited about Nick Mullins. God, we are depraved fuckers. No surprise that they punted the ball later. Oh, by the way, Las Vegas, Josh Jacobs is now out because he must experience life under the franchise tag. Here's your free punt after going 3 for 14 on third down. 5 minutes are left in the game, and the point drought has created another Dust Bowl. Millions of farmers out of work as their crops die by a swarm of Flores Zero blitzes. It harkens us back to the legendary Dolphins-Steelers tilt of 2007, where slop and shit were on full display. That game had a legitimate excuse of being played in a monsoon. This contest is taking place in a dome. A climate-controlled dome. But then you see it. We have a chance at something glorious. Super tie. A 0-0 masterpiece that will eclipse all other greatest games in history. We will cheer its glory in the streets. We will tell our bored grandkids about it non-stop. The depravity and horrors experienced will make us hardened men. Suffering builds character. Unless the Vikings ruin it by kicking a field goal.
The snap is down. The kick by Joseph is rolling.
One job, Raiders. You had one job and you fucked it up like everything else you've touched recently. Minnesota scored points. All good things die before their time. I fucking hate life. 3-0 in the lowest scoring game since that fateful day in 2007. And it was somehow even worse to watch. 433 yards of offense. Combined, an unbelievable 3.5 yards per play. Just under 1.2 Trent Richardsons. I'm not even angry at Aiden O'Connell for being useless. We are free. The Berlin Wall has fallen and we are now in a land of strange wonders. What positive do we have to glean from this shit pile? Brian Flores' defense is pretty good. Nick Mullins was able to throw a football. The following contests were played on the same day and featured more points scored. 5 Elite European Football League games, 4 European Women's League football games, and all but 1 NHL game. That game, ironically, was a 3-0 win for Minnesota on the road. One more parting gift for the sick fucks still watching. A pooch punt by Greg Joseph that had a net yardage of -3. What a disgustingly enjoyable sight indeed. Can we just give this win to the Rams or something? We were robbed of true greatness. I'm done. Let's get the hell out of here.